Hey guys, so I'm back with another video, and today of course I'm going to be doing the aquarium nail challenge for beginners. If you remember, I had both this pinky nail and this one. I was going to do aquarium, but I chose just to do the one nail. So we had a major fail the last time I tried, and if you hear my son, he's in the back, but I'm going to tell you guys what I'm going to use today. So I'm going to use, of course, my drill, a fine and medium sanding band, a cuticle pusher, some monomer, Lovely Claws clear, Beetles polygel. This is going to be for the back end. I have a syringe. I fought with this last time, so hopefully I don't fight with it again today. A number 8 brush. Don't judge my brush. I use my brush a lot. Dual form. And that's about it. So we're going to get started. So some parts are going to be fast forwarded. Other parts are going to be, you know, probably whatever, like, you know, cut from one part to the other. So it's not taking forever to, you know, for this video. I don't want it to be too long. So just going to show the primary things, because we have to build our nail from scratch. You cannot use the aquarium tips that they have online and that you add on. You have to actually build it. So that's why I chose to, instead of doing the actual nail tip, I'm hitting the, so there's no using the nails that are online. You have to build it from scratch. So that's why I'm using a dual form versus a nail tip, because I think it's going to be a little bit easier to do it. Even I don't know, doing a tip is going to be easier, but I think the aquarium nail, make sure my nails, the aquarium nail would go better with using a dual form, because I could create a bigger outlet for it. So I'm gonna put my dual form on and I'll be back, guys. Okay, so I went ahead and dehydrated and prepped my nails with the Model 1's dehydration and nail primer. So I already done that. And of course my dual form is on. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started on the nail. Ugh. Sorry you guys, I had to go and pull a piece of bigger napkin. Okay, so we got our little base, but I'm just going to bring this nail out a little bit more. And I just dab off the back so it's not too wet. And I know everybody does their nails differently, but I do it a little at a time. When it comes down to dual forms, because I don't do dual forms all the time, so I do a little at a time, and then once I'm really about to extend it, that's when I probably do a bigger one. So like this one, okay, bring it, push it down. Okay, go to the medium. I'm not gonna do long. I'm just go to medium. Make sure it's on both sides, guys. And I'm putting it to medium. All right. So that's at the medium length. All right. Now let's start building up our body. It is hard trying to, because how I have my camera switched. So my camera is kind of in the way of my hand that I'm using to do the nails. So hopefully it's not too bad with any shaking or anything. And like over here, I can see that there's a little gap. So I'm gonna put a little piece over here. And I most likely can file it as well, but just to be on the safe side, make sure there's no cracks or anything in the nail. So I have to file that little hump. Oh, it's like how my hand. Okay, let's get under here. Like my hand that I'm using is like so crooked trying to put this acrylic on it. If you guys could only see how my actual hand is tilted trying to get this acrylic on here properly. Okay, need a little bit more in that corner over there. Okay. All right, and now I'm gonna go in, since my bottom has dried, and fill in this little area right here. I just don't like working with the acrylic when it's still pretty much wet because you just be rubbing it all off. So now I'm building my tip up again. So now I'm going to look at it from the side and see it's still kind of thin in here. So I'm going to fill it in some more. Okay, that bead was a no. Try my back off a little. This time I'm going to go from the free edge and come up. So you got the straightness now going straight across the top. So there's like no like bump or anything in there. So we're gonna let this dry and I'll come back once I take this part off. All right, so for this part, I'm gonna go ahead and start removing this, but I'm gonna keep the dual form because I'm gonna make a bottom, but my bottom is not gonna be all the way round. So all the way flat. I'm gonna try to get like a roundness to my bottom. So maybe I should take this off on camera. Okay, so I just cut my dual form off, and I can see where there's some acrylic that's going to get filled in. So what I'm going to do, like there's more acrylic on this side of the nail than on this side. So I'm going to have to file that. But while I'm filing that, I'm going to actually use my dual form to put my polygel on. That's going to be my backing. And what I'm going to do is put the polygel around the sides, around this part, so it kind of brings like a circle around, so it'll be easier when it comes down to you know, filling it up, because those small holes or something else. All right, you guys, so I went ahead and filed the nail, filed the sides across the top. So now I'm just cleaning off the dust of it. All right, so I went and put my polygel in the cure, and I think I waited a little bit too late, but I didn't want it to get too dry, because I wanted to actually, I gotta measure, and then you see that big opening, that's what the big opening right there, that's what I want. So I'm going to cut the tip and then mold it with the acrylic, and then I'm going to put this backing on and let it completely dry. All right, y'all. After some fight, I finally got it to sit right where I needed to sit. So now I'm just putting my acrylic, as you can see, putting my acrylic around it. Almost like plaster or glue, whatever you want to call it. Kind of putting it in, and I'm drying it back so it's not a really wet bead, but it's enough to hold it in place. And I actually started with the bottom. So I'm just filling it around the sides, because this piece did come out a little shorter than necessary, than need be, so I'm gonna have to fill in the sides a bit with the and then I go under here as well. Okay, you guys, so I just went ahead and did the flat surface because the round one wasn't working, so I'm gonna go ahead and cure this and I'll be back. Okay, so here is my back piece. I just went ahead, like I said, and did the flat surface versus the round, because the round surface, this doing it on. Okay, guys, so we got the back piece on. Now what I'm just going to do is go around and begin to file, and I'm cut this piece off, and then I'm begin to file around the nail, and then we can begin putting some design and inserting some liquid and stuff on the inside. But that's how big the hole is right now, which I love. I love the fact that the hole is bigger right now. So I'm going to go ahead and start filing. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. I can cut this off on camera because it should still be dry right now. Yep, it's dry. Hopefully you guys can see. All right, so now I'm gonna go and start filing around. I'm gonna prop it. Okay, so now what we get to do now. Alrighty, guys, so I have some holographic glitter, some holographic, I'm guessing, well, you know what I'm talking about. And I actually got my syringe filled with water this time. Alrighty, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use the little cuticle pusher and try to get my glitter into the nail really quick. See if I can, y'all. Like I said, this is a beginner challenge, so we all just trying. Okay, we all trying. So I got some glitter in there. I don't want to fill it up too much with just one. Y'all see how nice and big that hole is? Like, this is way easier than before. So got my needle. Now I'm gonna just insert my water. All right, so I feel like I got enough out. So now we're just gonna close the top off, and I probably need to file just a little bit more across the top, because this side, y'all can see that water dancing in there. Okay. Can y'all see the bubble? Alrighty, guys, so here is the final result. I put a little bit of butterflies on the top. I don't even know if you can see the water on the inside. I don't know. It's just not moving around like I thought it would. So evidently that I overfilled it, put too much in it, but all I can still see is like the bubble on the inside. That's the top closed up. So this was my attempt. Don't know what I did wrong, so but it's not moving how I expected it to move. So that's my attempt at the beginner aquarium nails. So I'm looking forward to the other ladies who are joining me. I will have their names in the description box and also at the end of this video of the other ladies, so you can go check out their aquarium nail the aquarium nail challenge that they did on theirs. All of us just tried doing the aquarium nail. So this is mine. See you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.